Sony has once again positioned itself to disrupt the camera world with the upcoming Sony A7S IV, a model that has been eagerly anticipated for years. After a long period of silence surrounding the A7S line, many expected Sony to deliver a modest refresh, perhaps small tweaks to the proven formula. But instead of staying on a predictable path, the company appears to be rethinking the A7S series in bold and unexpected ways. Rather than playing it safe, Sony seems intent on redefining what the A7S brand stands for, balancing tradition with innovation in a way that could change how filmmakers, creators, and hybrid shooters approach their work. The Sony A7S IV is rumored to merge its trademark low-light supremacy with cutting-edge sensor technology, next-level video recording, and practical upgrades like better autofocus and heat management, creating a hybrid tool that bridges professional cinema and compact mirrorless design. The question many are asking is simple. Does the A7S IV preserve the DNA of its legendary predecessors, or is Sony steering this beloved series in a completely new direction? One of the biggest talking points surrounding the Sony A7S IV is its sensor resolution. For years, the A7S series stood out by deliberately choosing low-resolution sensors. The original A7S cameras featured a 12-megapixel sensor, a design that prioritized larger pixels, resulting in unmatched low-light sensitivity and minimal noise. This distinctive choice gave the series its iconic reputation as the king of low-light performance and set it apart from competing models. However, the upcoming A7S IV appears to be moving away from that tradition. Rumors suggest that Sony may equip this camera with a sensor in the 20.5 to 24.2 megapixel range, nearly double the resolution of its predecessors. This dramatic shift has sparked debate within the filmmaking and photography community. Can the A7S line still maintain its famed night vision-like performance while embracing a much higher resolution? Sony seems confident that it can. The jump in megapixels isn't just a marketing play. It's reportedly backed by significant technological innovation. The new sensor is rumored to use advanced stacked CMOS architecture with a dual-layer design. This type of sensor could allow Sony to preserve the excellent low-light capabilities that the A7S line is known for while also delivering sharper detail and greater versatility for modern creators who need both stills and video performance. Alongside the resolution boost, Sony is expected to retain dual native ISO technology, a feature that dramatically improves performance in extreme lighting conditions. The higher base ISO could go up to 25,600, allowing filmmakers to capture clean, detailed footage in conditions that would be almost pitch black to the human eye. This would ensure that the A7S IV remains a reliable option for night shoots, live events, and documentary work in uncontrolled environments. By combining the heritage of the A7S with modern advancements, Sony seems to be building a camera that enhances versatility without sacrificing its legendary low-light strength. Video performance has always been the defining feature of the A7S line, and the A7S III already set a very high bar with its 4K quality, high frame rates, and robust color depth. Yet, the Sony A7S IV looks ready to leap far beyond those achievements. Leaks and insider reports suggest the camera will offer 6K video recording at multiple frame rates, including 24, 30, 60, and even 120 frames per second. This represents a massive step forward for filmmakers who need ultra-high resolution footage combined with the flexibility of slow-motion recording. Additionally, oversampled 4K at 120 FPS from 6K footage is also rumored, which would provide outstanding clarity, color depth, and dynamic range for cinematic slow-motion shots. For professionals who depend on rich detail and accurate color in post-production, this upgrade could be transformative. Another major improvement lies in the handling of rolling shutter distortion, a common issue with fast-moving shots, quick pans, or handheld video. Thanks to the redesigned sensor and more powerful processing engine, the A7S IV is expected to drastically reduce rolling shutter artifacts. This change makes the camera far more appealing for sports, action, and documentary shooters who often rely on fast, unpredictable movements. By addressing this weakness, Sony is turning the A7S IV into a camera that can handle dynamic, real-world scenarios without compromising on quality. Autofocus has long been one of Sony's greatest strengths, and the A7S IV is rumored to raise the bar even higher. At its core will be the latest Beyond's XR processor, enhanced with advanced AI-driven subject recognition and tracking. This means autofocus will not only be faster and more accurate, but it will also perform exceptionally well in low-light conditions, perfect for the kinds of environments where the A7S series traditionally shines. AI-based algorithms are expected to improve recognition of humans, animals, and possibly vehicles, offering creators confidence in a variety of shooting conditions. For solo filmmakers and content creators who often rely on autofocus without the help of a dedicated crew, this upgrade could prove invaluable. The ability to trust the camera to lock and maintain focus on subjects frees up creators to concentrate on composition, storytelling, and creativity. Thermal management has been a concern in past A7S models, especially during long recording sessions. Overheating can be a frustrating barrier when shooting extended takes, high bitrate footage, or working in hot climates. With the Sony A7S IV, reports suggest that Sony is implementing a redesigned internal cooling system to counter these problems. This could allow much longer recording times without interruptions, a significant advantage for professionals who cannot afford downtime during a critical shoot. Improved heat dissipation also ensures greater reliability, making the A7S IV a dependable option for long-form content, event coverage, and documentary filmmaking where conditions can be demanding. Another important rumored enhancement is in body image stabilization IBIS. The A7S IV could offer up to 8 stops of stabilization, a considerable leap from its predecessor. This makes handheld shooting smoother than ever, giving creators more freedom to shoot without rigs, gimbals, or tripods while still producing professional-looking results. For run-and-gun filmmakers, travel vloggers, or journalists working on location, this feature alone could transform their shooting experience. Combining stronger stabilization with improved low-light sensitivity, the A7S IV becomes an all-around powerhouse that thrives in handheld, real-world shooting scenarios. When looking at the broader picture, the Sony A7S IV represents more than just an incremental update. By increasing resolution, improving video performance, enhancing autofocus, tackling rolling shutter, expanding stabilization, and redesigning thermal management, Sony is evolving the A7S line into a true hybrid creative tool. No longer confined to being the niche, low-light specialist, this new model seems designed to appeal to a wider range of filmmakers, photographers, and hybrid shooters who demand flexibility without compromise. It reflects a shift in Sony's strategy, acknowledging that today's creators need cameras that can handle everything from cinematic productions to social media content, often with the same device. In the end, the Sony A7S IV has the potential to be a landmark release in 2025. It combines heritage with innovation, addressing the needs of modern filmmaking and hybrid content creation while retaining the essence of what made the A7S line iconic. Whether you're a professional videographer seeking 6K flexibility, a documentary filmmaker relying on dependable autofocus and thermal stability, or a solo content creator who values stabilization and low-light performance, this camera could prove to be a game-changer. Sony isn't just refreshing a model here, it's redefining the A7S brand for the next decade of creators.